So, James, thank you for coming on.
No worries, man.
Tell us a bit about you as a fighter.
Well, I haven't done it for many years, only about 2 or 3 now. Started in K1 with Paul and then transitioned over to MMA recently, trying to get a fight at the end of the year. Bit of a different sport, lots of obstacles compared to K1, just the ground game's completely different. Been doing that for like 2 or 3 years now, getting battered. Hopefully it'll all work out in the end. And like 2 sessions a day, sometimes 1, depends. Just trying to get as much in as possible, and that's what the level is with the MMA amateur now. So,
what is that? Is the base level just really hard to get in then?
Literally 2 sessions minimum a day, maybe like 10 in the week, just to get just entry level. That is, you can only imagine what the pros are doing.
Yeah, that is mad. I didn't know that. So for your like kickboxing career, like what was the crack with that? How did?
When I was younger, I didn't really get bullied, but I was a bit bigger, right? Had a bit of trouble with me, right? So my dad took me to some kickboxing classes, which I was doing when I was younger. And it was just self-defense. It wasn't anything crazy. They wanted to do like spinning elbows and stuff, and it wasn't my thing. I just wanted to fight. I wanted to hit someone, which doesn't sound great. I wanted to get into a fight, right? And that's what made me just look around for different classes and stuff to do throughout the years. But I think that background from doing it from I was 7 till 18 before I came here helped me just get the basics down straight away rather than starting from scratch.
Yeah, solid fundamentals.
Yeah, and even though they weren't great, I had a base, right? As opposed to just coming in fresh, and that's why I could fight so soon, and Paul just let me get straight into it. And that first boxing match,
yeah, I remember the one
by TKO, I'm pretty sure.
if you're happy coming across this arrogant.
Yeah.
So you've moved over to MMA.
Yep.
And you fight in. You booked on the September show? That's MMA, yeah. So you're doing a boxing bout?
Doing a boxing bout, because MMA is obviously mixed martial arts, everything, right? You need wrestling, you need kickboxing, maybe a bit of Muay Thai, boxing, you need all of it, right? And my coach, Chris Meir, who's just great, top level guy, right? You wouldn't get this attention as an amateur from anyone at his level if you went somewhere else, so it's great to have him here. And he said, just keep doing this K1 fights, maybe do a boxing fight, because it's to work on just different styles, get that closer range experience that I'm personally not great at. So it's good just to be in the pocket and get that fight, just get experience, really.
Yeah. I mean, because it's MMA, you need all the tools you can get. Yeah. So just developing them as hard as you can.
Exactly, yeah.
So any idea you're fighting on the September show?
Not yet. I hope some big 100 kg guy.
You got to call anyone out? You got your eye on anyone?
I want to call some of those YouTubers out, you know.
Yeah, call some YouTubers out.
I don't think they come down and they go, oh, how many followers you got? How much would you pay us? And then
who can you call out? You not get your eye on someone?
Someone that you guys know?
Maybe.
No one that I know that's 100 kg that wants to do boxing, or they want to do MMA or K1. Huh?
Big Matt.
Yeah. Big Matt.
Don't fancy.
What's he, 150? I think actually is like 150, 160 now, right?
He's only 130. You can't give 30 kg to someone.
30 kg is a lot, you know. I did actually fight in a tournament against, in a K1 tournament against a 130 kg guy.
Good, yeah.
Kicked his leg, didn't move. I thought, I'm going to have to win on points, so I can't knock him out. So
after 100 kilos, you are just...
It was just whatever. And because if it was a fight a bit different, they might try and get it a bit closer. Because it was a tournament, whatever. So I had this just big fat guy. I thought, right, I'm definitely fitter. So I'm just in and out. But I was just tickling. There was no damage whatsoever. And
how did that go?
Every time he hit me, it was like a rocket launcher. But the fact that he only hit me like 2 or 3 times, the point on the way it works is based on damage. So I didn't look too damaged, and because I hit him so many times compared to that, I managed to win. It was a bit close.
I think I've seen the pictures of this. You're quite on it with the socials, aren't you?
Every time you win, you've got to put it on Instagram.
Seen a fair few of those pictures.
Yeah, definitely.
What's your favourite moment so far in some of your fights?
Oh. Probably the recent one, because the recent one was a K1 fight in somewhere, I don't know, it was an hour away. It was against some Polish guy, right? He was coming over to this country, so it was quite important for me. And I got ill on fight week, so I couldn't train. I was panicking, I was stressing, and Paul was like, do you want to call it off? I thought, nah, I'll be all right. I'll just relax, it'll be okay. Went in there, was clearly drained, and felt a bit weak, and he was really putting it on me. And I thought, I think I might lose this, you know. I was a bit stressing, right? And then I looked back and he was blowing. So I thought, okay, you know what, I'm actually all right. I managed to take it in round 3 and the ref had to call it. And I think that was just, because I got ill, And because he came all the way over from there, and all my friends and family were there, that sometimes they always can't come. So when they were all there, I was like, right, I really want to win. It was the biggest stage I've been on. The screen had my face on it. It was so cool. So that was why I was like, yes. I just went around the ring like, just shouting. Everyone made fun of me for it, but I was really happy. So that's probably the best moment so far, I'd say.
Yeah, no, I can imagine that was pretty good, especially when you're in the mindset of doubting yourself because you're like not feeling 100%, and you put the demons in your own head then.
Don't say doubt myself. I knew I was going to win. I still got to tell yourself you're going to win. I just thought, this is tough. That's what I thought when he was coming on me in round 1. I thought it is tough, man. I'm going to rephrase that. When he was coming at me in round 1.
Is that any better?
Oh my god! All right. When he was putting it on me in round 1. You know what? Moving on. Moving on. Next question.
Boxing sounds a little bit fruity all of a sudden, doesn't it?
A little bit. You see the grappling? That is really fruity.
It's the only reason I haven't started. I look in there and he looks like James having too much fun.
We've got a position called North-South, which is basically just 69. So that's really fun. Don't put that in.
It's all going in. The amount of judgment, I do give quite a lot of judgment. Coming in, I'm like, I'll give it a go. And I see you looking way too happy, straddling on a man. I'm like, I don't want that to be me.
But I think as you realise that you just get lifted, slammed, and then what are you going to do?
Let's just beat you up again.
Please come to the class. Just do one class.
James used to come to our sparring lessons, and now he's nowhere to be seen.
Actually,
because of me.
You're not there either. I'll be here this Thursday.
Yeah, well,
7:30. Why? Okay, good. Because I'm fighting this 300-pound guy, which is like, what's that in kilograms? 150. 150 is. He's a tank. So I'm doing some K1 rounds with him. Might die. So come watch.
That'll be a event for you.
Yeah, I'm going to chin him, I reckon.
But yeah, you're not often in the boxing class anymore, are you? Kickboxing focus, and then
when you level up.
All of this is there. Anytime you've been unloggable, it's going.
It gets more views, I guess. Right? Sorry, go on. What was it?
So you've faked an injury on the corner of your face. So is that because you're?
This is from 7 guys. I was on a night out, and there were 7 guys
coming on you.
And they were just swinging for me, and the fact that I only came out with this. Now, my girlfriend grabbed me from behind, and I went to grab her, and she was drunk, and she fell. I thought, she's just playing, so I'll just go with it. She wasn't playing, and we're both about to hit the ground, so I grab her head, move it out the way, and pull my forehead into the concrete, and then it got cut. So
not very wise. Yeah.
2 weeks of sparring just gone.
What's it like being a sufferer of domestic abuse? That's not good.
I really wouldn't put that in. I'm going to have to report it.
Right, let's go back to the scripted question.
Regularly scheduled question.
yeah. The thing is, it would be funny about putting about you getting come on by 7 guys, but don't know if it's good for.
You can put in how I got the cut. What can you put, like swearing and stuff? You can't put sexual.
No, we can put sexual things in.
Really?
Should it itch you whatever you want?
Yeah.
You can put in whatever. I'm happy to put whatever I say.
Okay. That's all right then. I think it's funny. Now we'll slap it in there.
That's what everyone else was worried about. They thought, you make me look bad. I was like, just ask them not to put it in.
Just look terrible. Do you know what I mean? That's fine.
Just want to look like a dick, basically.
It'll look funny after I've edited your body to be like really scored.
I was just tense the whole time. I want someone to see it and go, that's a dick and I want to fight him.
You can have really defined arms, but they'll be like this thin. Like,
I'll take it, they're defined, that's all that matters.
Right, okay, let's go back to some normal questions. Right.
I'm just looking at the... Oh my god, I'll look over here then.
So who's your biggest inspiration?
Oof, that's a good question. To give me a minute on this one. I don't really think about other people as inspiration. I feel like
you can exclude
I am the inspiration. So every time I look in the mirror, I think, that guy. I don't really have one. I actually don't have one.
No one in the world of kickboxing or here?
No, I don't look at anyone and go, I want to be like them. Because I guess the best fighter I think that I look at not for inspiration, but for tactics and the way he fights is Don Jones. But do you want to look at him for inspiration? I don't think you do.
Not a personal.
So it's like... that's inspiration now, probably. You know what, Coach Chris Meir. Yeah. He's pretty much done the journey that we're probably going to do if we get to that level. Mm-hmm. He's rose up the ranks, worked really hard all his life, and then as he stopped fighting, he's managed to still earn money through coaching, through doing like one-to-ones in the gym, or even online coaching as well. So he's like doing the next generation kind of thing. So I'd say Chris Meir, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you hear. I don't often go into that side of the MMA gym.
Yeah.
But you're always hearing good things about him.
Oh, yeah.
He just seems to be like very loved all around the gym.
He's very switched on, and the attention he gives you is just so rare. Because if you go to a place like Renegade, you just won't get that kind of coach giving you that kind of attention. When I roll, even though I haven't had a fight yet in MMA, he's still giving me all these tips, all this attention. Even before the classes started, he's coming to me saying, how did the Interclub go? How did the last comp you did? Or I saw you roll like this today, try this, do that. Always in the WhatsApp group chat as well, sending us instructionals or sending us just like paragraphs of, oh, here's what I found out about something recently. Even just like what to eat or supplements, he's just always on it. So
yeah, and there's not much more you can ask for, is there? From
literally everything. Yeah, 100% of his effort and time, really.
Love to hear it.
Yeah.
Slap another question out. That'll be a clip.
Will it?
James loves Chris clip.
Yeah. You're going to put a little heart of him at the bottom as well.
We'll make it seem like intent.
I'm going to get caught off flannel in the class.
I'm hoping people are going to give you a bit more abuse.
He's not going to come near me.
You're very keen, man.
Trying to big him up, you know.
I'm trying to be like Chris.
Whatever, man. I don't want to be like Chris. Chris is good, man.
We've got that. Yeah, good.
Yeah, I want to be like Chris Mir. Yeah. That's fine to say. He's a jacked and sick fighter and he's a high level. Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
So what's the biggest sacrifice you've had to make when coming into this?
Oof. Biggest sacrifice is probably time and a social life. You just don't see anyone really, unless they're here. You make friends here and you can be social here, but once you go home, depending if what kind of job you have, you don't really see anyone to go out, because if you go out, the next day you know you've got a training session, so you have to just write off, the whole day will be gone. So you can't really see anyone in the day because you've got that one session. You can't see anyone on the night because you've got the other session. You can't see anyone on the night after because you've got a session in the morning. So it's just time.
Yeah,
There's no time.
I mean, if you didn't have close relationships here, it would be a pretty lonely life, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely. But thankfully everyone here is just great. They make it fun. Even though they are hitting you and trying to hurt you, at the end of it, they're fine. Everyone's fine with each other.
Yeah, it's weird. Like you can take a beating off someone and still be like, I like you.
Yeah, I know we've done a few sparring sessions. We've like tried to whack each other afterwards. Yeah, that's good, man.
Yeah.
Just is what it is.
Which was wicked. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I felt that. Don't you?
Yeah, it makes no sense. It's so weird. But yeah, definitely time. Just having absolutely no time, especially with the TikTok stuff that I do. James Flux _ on TikTok. I want to get that in there.
Yeah, I have to be there. So yeah, what's that about them? How are you roping that into?
It's really good because I work from home and can work from anywhere basically. It's great because the training sessions can match that. I can base my video editing and scripts and everything like that around the training sessions. And sometimes I'll be in unequal balance. Maybe I'll train too much and some videos will slack, or vice versa. I might miss a session because I have to get a video out. I think that's good. I don't think it should be ever clashing and constantly one's way stronger than the other. Because if all I did was train, I'd have no money and I wouldn't be able to train. But if all I did was make videos, I'd just sit at home not doing anything. Do you know what I mean? So it's
a health balance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Still no social life, but balance with the job and training.
Yeah, as I always say, you can have two well. Having all three just doesn't exist.
No,
you got to pick two. Like you can have good work, good like social life. You got having all three. I don't think it exists. I haven't seen anyone master that.
No, I agree. I think two is definitely the limit. You can have a social life. Something's going to slack.
Yeah. So how are you? Have you got any plans to be like getting into that misfits level? If you're a fighter, you've got the following.
Yeah.
Is there a plan for that?
So I've started a bit late with the whole MMA and fighting in general, to be honest. But I'm hoping to leverage that following. So obviously the bigger it grows, the more I can say, look, I have X amount of followers. I will sell X amount of tickets if you give me this fight. So someone who's more skilled than me may not get that fight, but that doesn't mean I should get it. It's just because I've got that following.
Yeah.
So my plan is just to leverage that over and over again to get the better and bigger fights. And eventually, I do kind of want to do the misfits boxing.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with that.
I see once you get in there and you can work your way up, I think money's good. And the I guess like clout is good as well. You get loads of more followers to get bigger fights, and it just keeps snowballing, right? So once you're in, you're sorted.
Well, you've got to make the best of the tools you've got. Like you built the platform, and it's completely separate to this.
Yeah.
But it's like if you can just utilise them both together, do two things that you enjoy.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean,
it's about like
huge, isn't it?
It's like if I can get a brand rather than just I do that, because it's gaming news, right? It's all about gaming. If I'm just like gaming news, I'm not really giving any personality into it. Who cares? You don't want to see me fight. If I'm giving that a little bit of this is a bit of me, and here's the news, then like okay, what else do you do?
Yeah.
I'll go, hey, where's the link? Buy some tickets to my fight.
Yeah.
And even if just like 1% buy tickets. I don't know how much that'll be, but it's a lot, right? It's a fair few, right? It's like a couple of thousand would end up buying it if it's 1%. So that's a lot of money to the guy who's the promoter, which means, okay, he's going to sell tickets. I'll give him this fight against this better guy, and it's just going to snowball, hopefully.
Yeah, every time we speak to promoters, we're like, what's your biggest like thing when you're putting on a show? What's the main thing you're looking for, especially from fighters? It's like if a fighter has that following and has some kind of traction where they can get people in, because that's what they're doing. Like it's everyone's in it for the sport, but it's you got to be there for the money.
Exactly.
Like we need bums on seats, pay-per-view. Like, that's the reason everyone's involved.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Having that leverage is powerful.
That's why Conor McGregor did so well. Because even though, obviously he's highly skilled, but even though...
Similar to you then.
Very similar, yeah. But he just chats load of waffle, doesn't he? Yeah. Everyone wants to see him either do better or get knocked out, so they're going to pay. Yeah, so you've got both sides just wanting to watch him fight all the time.
Yeah, you're desperate to see him win all. It doesn't really matter, does it?
No, exactly, yeah.
As long as people are like interested. Like I can imagine people wanting to see you get beaten up a bit, but
that's what I'm saying. I feel like if I just annoy the right people, and like some people go, oh, I've followed this guy for ages, I'll go watch him, or vice versa. Oh, I hate this guy, man. He chats a load of waffle. I want to see him get knocked out. I'll pay for his fight. Thank you. Doesn't matter. Come watch.
Is that like kid that talks about the news? Yeah. I want to see him get smoked.
Yeah, exactly. And then when I don't get smoked, they'll want to watch the next one, and so on and so on.
Yeah. So if you're looking ahead and you see some of these fights coming up, is there anyone you like? In the same like areas you should get it.
Well, this is the thing. I get told off a lot because I don't actually watch the sport that I do, so I don't really know many UFC fighters, let alone people in my division, like from amateur light heavyweight, which is I think like 93 kg. I don't know anyone, and everyone has a go at me for it, but I find doing the sport way more fun than watching it.
Yeah.
Even though I don't like watching it, I'll watch it, but I won't go out my way.
I know what you mean.
If I'm at home and I'm editing a video for TikTok, part of me is like, if I go and watch this, it's going to help my training, but it's like, I'm abandoning work. I've just trained, so surely I should do the video thing now. It's finding that balance again. It's tricky.
Working on yourself is going to be the key part.
Yeah.
But so it's one of them. If you can go home, switch off a bit, and then come back fully ready to do that second session. Yeah. You're probably better off.
That's the thing. Yeah, but it's hard to find that just right line. So
what about in the creator space? Is there anyone you like? Yeah.
I don't know if you're here.
Yeah.
Obviously KSI.
Yeah.
But he's 80 kg, so unless he comes to, I can meet him at 90. Yeah. I doubt he's watching it, but if he is, I'll smoke him.
Yeah, no, you've got 200 followers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hopefully by the time
I'll repost it.
Is there anyone like your weight category you think you can actually fight in that?
There's very few, and a lot of them are so like unskilled. If any of them look at my Instagram and see that I've had just like 1 or 2 fights, I go, I'm not having that, because I know they want to get beat up on camera, which I don't blame. I don't want to get beat up on camera.
Yeah, there's not many people that. What about True Geordie? I mean,
True Geordie.
Yeah.
How much does he weigh?
Yeah, I reckon he's been training a bit, and he's a big lad. But so yeah.
But I'd do 110.
I'd like to see that, to be fair.
Yeah.
I like.
I feel like he's proper stiff.
Yeah, but I'd want him to win this year.
Would you? Nice. Yeah, I think I'd do that. If he gets to 110, I'd meet him at 110. Yeah. Have to put on quite a bit. No, with people who haven't fought like that and they go to the gym and stuff, even if they've just been in the gym sparring, fighting's totally different.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like I'm a complete expert. I've only had like 10 fights, but pretty different. Half your training goes out the window and you rely on just pure instinct.
Yeah.
And even then, you're going to get tired no matter how fit you are. So things start to get slack, your hands are dropping. And for someone who hasn't been there before, I feel like that experience is invaluable.
But whenever you do it, someone will say to you after fight, why don't you keep your hands off? It's just like, I'm absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
There's nothing. It's like that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
It's doing it is another thing, isn't it?
It's just hard. Everything feels like lead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is there any advice you'd give to that person looking to get into it, being like, this is what you need to do?
Just do it. Just start it. You are going to get beat up for a while, but once you get past that hurdle, then it's everything just opens up. Everything makes sense. It's like a little jigsaw puzzle, right? So you start, you've got nothing. You get a few pieces, and if anything, it gets a bit more confusing because you're like, I never understood how that's going to work, but you just keep doing it. You keep getting a little bit bad, and then eventually you've got some idea of what's going on, and then it gets a bit more fun. But it's good just for self-defense in general, like in the street. If striking's good, but most street fights end on the ground, don't they? So you want to just be able to defend yourself there, or just run away.
And you just want, I think, feeling comfortable to be like, no, you never want to look for trouble. I think that's what combat sports can teach. Like, people can be dangerous, and you don't know what you're looking at until it happens.
100%.
But it teaches you there's probably avoid most situations.
Yeah.
But then if someone really puts you in that position,
Yeah.
you're comfortable. Like,
Yeah.
it's not going to be a shock when someone throws a punch at you for the first time ever.
No, definitely.
And you've eaten a punch before. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've said it on the side of the face.
Just one.
Girlfriend clocked you.
I think best obviously self-defense is just run.
Yeah,
But
always.
you can't always run. They might grab you or something, and you can break your hand so easily from punching someone. So it's just good to know how to defend yourself and how not to hurt yourself when you're doing it as well. Even against just randomers, there's like you can get a chair thrown at you and stuff. So
Life isn't straightforward, is it?
No, it's not.
Just having a few skills is never gonna
Exactly.
hurt.
Yeah, it's good to have those, just that base understanding of what's going on.
Yeah, brilliant. So what's your 5-year plan?
5 years.
Yeah, all
Okay.
the way.
Hopefully I'm a pro by then, but with how slow I progressed with this whole grappling stuff, maybe not. I'd say hopefully like an amateur title. Hopefully I've gone and won one of those maybe. Thinking about turning pro, already have. I want to be on that kind of borderline. Got all the experience I wanted to get. Gone and won the title and thought, okay, next step now. Or vice versa, I get absolutely chinned, get leathered, something injures and I can't do anything.
Just a TikToker.
And then just TikTok forever. But ideally, yeah, just want to keep going as hard as I can. Because of how late I've started, I don't want to say I won't end up in the UFC because I want to, but it's not looking likely, right? I'll still try. That's still going to be the goal. I'll still strive towards it. But really, as long as I'm fighting, I just like fighting.
Yeah.
I just like hitting people, right? In a controlled way. I just like hitting things. So as long as I can keep doing that, I'll just as high as that takes me.
That's a perfect answer.
Yeah.
I reckon that's a good way to end it, mate.
Yeah?
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome, man. Nice.
Nice one.